stage like Lithgow at the end of like Harry and the Hendersons, like, we don't want you anymore, go! Leave! Just didn't hit him because he's like a big Sasquatch. That's an awesome movie. Don't act like you haven't seen Harry and the Hendersons, you sons of bitches. I cry like a little bitch every time the end of that happens. It's like, Harry, don't! That's not a joke, that's some real shit. I'm just sharing my life with you. This next comedian has all of her life ahead of her, because she's just a young tyke. So she hasn't gotten a chance to become bitter and jaded like the rest of the comedians. So please welcome her and her innocence, ladies and gentlemen, Gretel Zoomey, ladies and gentlemen.
My name is Gretel Zoomey, and I'm 13 years old. Now, I come from a Buddhist family, live in a Mormon town, and go to a Jewish school called McGillis. So naturally, I'm confused. So, I'm the starting guard from McGillis, who plays in the Catholic Girls Basketball League. I tell you, those Catholic girls are tougher than the nuns. One team broke huddle chanting, "We will try and do our best, and God will help us do the rest." I mean, really, how did you get God on your side? I'll trade you 2 Jews and a 6-foot astrophysicist for God. One of the biggest things about turning 13 at McGillis is we have a class called Maturation. They talk about some really, really embarrassing stuff in there, and there are boys in the room. In fact, a couple of weeks ago, we were eating at Subway's. I waited until my dad had just taken the world's largest bite, and I said in a nice, loud, clear voice, "Dad, guess what? Today we learned about masturbation." You'll be glad to know that he's out of the hospital and recovering fairly well now. In fact, last week, he sat me down for one of his little talks. He said, "Now, Gretel, I'm very glad your class talked about masturbation. I want you to know that there's nothing for a person to feel guilty about. Everyone does it. Well, of course, I've never done it." So, I heard last year that the 8th graders had to put a condom on a banana. My parents are paying all this money for me to learn how to put a condom on a banana? I could just save them a whole lot of money and just go to the produce section. Now, I have a really terrific dad. I wouldn't say my dad is old, but my dad was a kid, Republicans still had brains. Now, here's a question. If Kentucky Fried Chicken with Colonel Sanders was invented in Utah, then why isn't it called Utah Fried Chicken with Bishop Sanders? Now, thank you guys for being such a great audience, and good night.
You know what's awesome about that? She's so happy to be a comedian. Like, she's just so happy. It's so sad that life just sucks for you eventually. You know what I mean? Like, it does. Like, I'm sorry. Like, when you're that age, like, I'm going to be an astronaut, I'm going to be a teacher, and I'm going to be like, no, you're just going to have a shitty job like everyone else. Like, you don't know that yet, so it's awesome for you. Like, you know, yeah. I believe me, awesome. I wish I had positivity.